I have a list of things that I want to do and places I want to see, and maybe stay. Because as time goes on, I realize that money may come and go, but memories last forever. So it's my goal to make as many memories as I possibly can. Until I can't anymore. So the only question I need to ask myself is, where am I going this time? And I hope you'll join me. The second item on my bucket list is to go camp in the fall colors. I've never got a chance to do this. Sure, I've got to go see fall colors, but I'd really like to camp out in those colors. This is a mountain range that you're well familiar with if you've watched the channel. I come here all the time. This time I went the back way into the mountains through a residential neighborhood in a town just north of where I normally enter the forest. It's rough, there's parts where it's narrow and very steep, but I was up for some change. And as I got further up the mountain, the colors were starting to change and I had some hope. I found a couple of neat camping spots that I would probably come back to. And I decided since I had plenty of daylight left and I wasn't sure if I worked tomorrow or not, I'd go hiking where there was some cell phone service. After my hike, and after getting my schedule for the next day, it was time to leave and go back to one of the spots that I had found earlier. I settled for a camping spot that was very large and it was meant for multiple families, but this is the middle of the week and there's nobody here. On the weekends it would be packed, so I don't feel bad. Well, it wasn't exactly in the fall colors, but they're nearby, and there's a fire pit here. And I don't have to dig it out this time. Okay. Let's get the fire set up before it's dark and make something to eat. I got this bread for $1 on clearance, so lucky me, I didn't have to buy a bunch of buns. We can just cut this into a third or a half. I brought a box full of firewood from home because I didn't know if the wood here would be dry or available. On tonight's menu is the best Philly cheesesteak that I could make with the ingredients that I had sitting around my house, and it's ready to go. It's getting pretty cold, so before I eat, I'm going to start my campfire, and I'm not going to let what happened last time happen again. We brought backup in case this thing doesn't want to start. Started that time. I wasn't able to record it, but the mountains became really foggy around midnight. It did end up raining quite a bit last night, so a fire will not be an option this morning, and unfortunately neither will sitting in my chair. And before I do anything else, including cook breakfast, I need to get some coffee going. And empty water bottles make great containers for creamer. It's actually not bad. For breakfast, we have a combination of eggs and leftovers. I have some leftover chicken and Cajun rice, not Spanish rice. So we're going to cook the 2 eggs, and then we're going to mix all this in there, and it's going to be a fantastic little breakfast skillet. And since my chair is soaking wet, I decided to eat in the driver's seat of the Suburban instead. After breakfast, I sketched away in my graph paper notebook. I'm trying to get some rough ideas to design a house to put on the property that I just got. Around 9:30, I decided to leave. Let's see if the Suburban starts after another full night of the fridge being on. This time, lower. And so as our adventure comes to a close, I'd like to really encourage you to go out there and go on your own adventures, near or far, big or small, and make your own memories, because those are the only things that will last. And as for me, the only question I have, as usual, after this adventure is, where are we going next time? But you'll have to wait and see. And frankly, so will I, because I have no idea. So that's all for this adventure. As usual, you be good while I'm gone, and I will see you next time.